Imagine a house so large that it has 250 rooms, 2 elevators, 35 bedrooms, 43 bathrooms. A house that is 2.5 times bigger than the White House in Washington, D.C. Now imagine that house on 8,000 acres of land. That's like having a backyard of 12.5 square miles. That's like 8,000 football fields all put together. What is this place? It's the Biltmore Estate.
Hello everyone, welcome to Mr. Moser's Meandering Monday. Since I've started this, for the past 2 years of doing these meanderings, I've had students suggest different places to go. And I have one student named Julian that keeps suggesting to come to the Biltmore house. And so that's where I am today. I'm at the Biltmore Estate in Asheville, North Carolina. It was built in 1895 by George Vanderbilt.
It is the largest privately owned house in the United States.
And I'm going to give you a little history of the house, how it was built, why it was built, and show you inside. And maybe you'll even learn a little something.
From the town of Clover, the Biltmore Estate is 117 miles away. It would take about 1 hour and 50 minutes to drive there. If you remember last September, Hurricane Helene came through our area and hit Asheville specifically hard. While entering the Biltmore Estate, just outside you can still see some of that destruction, including at the entrance gate. This is the way it normally looks, and then this is the way it looked right after the floods. You can see how high the water was at the gate. Luckily, the Biltmore Estate's house was not damaged by the hurricane or the floods, although there were trees knocked down on the land. Now we approach the house using its driveway, and most driveways like yours and mine are maybe 50 to 100 feet long. This driveway is 3 miles long, and all this land you see here is owned by the Biltmore Estate. When all this land was purchased, none of these trees were here. They had been cleared for timber. All the trees and bushes you see were planted by his chief landscape architect, Mr. John Olmsted. I talked more about him last spring in one of my Meandering Monday videos when we visited the Biltmore Gardens. You can check it out anytime you want. As I said before, the house was built by a man named George Vanderbilt. Construction began in 1889, and it took 6 years for the house to be finished. It was first opened to his friends and family on Christmas Eve, 1895. But you might be wondering, why was the Biltmore house even built? Well, Mr. Vanderbilt lived in New York City, which was crowded and noisy. He wanted a quiet place in the mountains where the air was fresh and the views were beautiful. Mr. Vanderbilt also loved books, art, and learning new things, and he wanted a home where he could keep his collections and share them with friends and family. And finally, he dreamed of building a house that showed off the very best architecture, gardens, and design. It was like building a work of art that people could actually live in. Next week, I'm going to take you inside the house so you can see spectacular scenes like this one. This is just one of the many bedrooms inside the house. And don't forget, last spring I did a video about King Tut, who is on exhibit here at the Biltmore Estate until September 1st. So you can visit the house and see King Tut. See you next week.